We got something from the CDC that a lot of you all didn't even much know that was going on out here in these streets. And I just want to say shout out to the people though. Shout out to the people though. The CDC says that unvaccinated people is at an all-time high. Unvaccinated children is at an all-time high. Here we go.
So more parents are choosing to opt their kids out of required vaccinations. New data from the CDC shows that during the 2022-23 school year, an all-time high of 3% of kindergartners had waivers to not get required vaccines. Misinformation about vaccines and political beliefs from the COVID-19 pandemic are believed to be contributing to the rise in waivers.
People actually use the waivers. The waivers that you can get from your medical, your personal care physician, to where you did not have to, or if you don't want your children vaccinated, and if you did not want your child to have the C-19. You could have went to your healthcare provider and they could have wrote a little letter saying that you is exempt. For the most part, a lot of people, they did not know about exemption forms before C-19 even came about. If you is a parent and you didn't know about exemption forms, you is failing. Or you was failing up until the time you learned about exemption forms. You should know about exemption from at least before your child go to school. At least before your child turned 5, you should have heard about exemption forms or something like that right now when it comes down to vaccinations, because from the time that your child is born, the first vac that your baby get is a hepatitis B shot. As soon as it come out your monkey and they remove the child from where you just gave birth at, they give your child a hepatitis B shot, which I've always thought was strange with the hepatitis B shot, because the only 2 ways of transmission, and it says this on the CDC website, is through needles and sex. They give your newborn a Hep B shot. The 2 ways of getting Hep B is through needles and sex. Shout out to Donna for the $1 cash out. You say Dr. Umar School for the Dr. Umar School Fund. That's what's up. That is what's up. Appreciate that right there. I just be having to throw that there out sometime. Hep B, you can only get it from sex and needles, and we give it to a newborn. Let's run it back so Buddy can tell us the 2 big reasons of why people decided to not vaccinate their children. Watch it.
So more parents are choosing to opt their kids out of required vaccinations. New data from the CDC shows that during the 2022-23 school year, an all-time high of 3% of kindergartners had waivers to not get required vaccines. Misinformation about vaccines and political beliefs from the COVID-19 pandemic are believed to be contributing to the rise in waivers.
Stop. He said that
vaccines. Misinformation about had waivers to not get required vaccines. Misinformation about vaccines and
misinformation about vaccines. Misinformation. So there was no true information. There was no true information about vaccines. Is that what he just said? Because he said misinformation. What about factual information that this stuff is causing problems in children? Well, it's facts that vaccines has caused issues in children. That's a fact. We don't even have to argue this shit. Hell, it's public knowledge that it has caused problems in children. So what do you mean misinformation? Huh? And there's a strong link. There's a really, really strong link. And for the most part, a lot of people, if I'm not mistaken, it is also, if I'm not mistaken, it has been proven that I think it's at least the MMR shots is causing autism, especially in boys. I think they already came out with that right there. But there is a link. There is at least a link. But I also do think that it was proven I think that it was proven that that the MMRs is causing or has caused autism in children.
Vaccines. Misinformation about vaccines and political beliefs from the COVID-19 pandemic.
And political beliefs behind COVID vaccines.
COVID-19 pandemic are believed to be contributing to the rise in waivers.
Political beliefs. Political beliefs got people not taking C-19 shots.
The COVID-19 pandemic are believed to be contributing to the rise in waivers.
Damn it, I keep starting it wrong. I'm so sorry.
Vaccines. Misinformation about vaccines and political beliefs from the COVID-19 pandemic.
And political beliefs from the COVID thing. All right, bam, bam, bam. Misinformation. Got it. Shout out to the parents who said, not my baby. Move right along, ain't gonna hear much hold you.